Is Bitcoin beginning to is Bitcoin is Bitcoin is Bitcoin is Bitcoin is Bitcoin What is going on, guys? Ryan Martello here. I apologize for the intro of that video. For some reason, I can't say Bitcoin and capitulation in one sentence without messing up. So that's what you get. And if you were curious, yes, I do mess up that often in my videos. So today we are going to be discussing everything about Bitcoin. We're going to be talking about Bitcoin and if Bitcoin is beginning to capitulate. Now, I know what you're thinking, Ryan, what the heck is capitulation? If you're not familiar with it, it's a word that's been going around the crypto sphere for quite some time now, and it's very well known in the stock market. So we are going to be discussing what capitulation is, as well as looking at some scenarios of where capitulation could currently be taking place in Bitcoin and what the heck this means to us investors, because I want some answers. I want to know why the heck the cryptocurrency market has been crashing consistently for the past 10 months. I want to know. So hopefully we can get some answers today and give you guys some joy and enlightenment of what we could be experiencing in the next couple months for cryptocurrency. So to start things off, we are going to be briefly looking at the crypto market. We have Bitcoin sitting around $3,300, up 1% at the recording of this video, and we have the market cap sitting roughly around $104 billion. It is great to see that we are currently still in the 12-digit range above $100 billion. I would be very, very sad if this broke down to $99 billion, but knowing the fact that I just said that, it most likely will happen. I apologize, guys, in advance. So to start things off, what is market capitulation? This is a term that has been going around the crypto sphere, and I'm sure a lot of you guys don't know what it is. So here is a definition coming from Investopedia. By definition, capitulation means to surrender or to give up. In financial circles, this term is used to indicate the point in time when investors have decided to give up on trying to recapture lost gains as a result of falling stock prices. Suppose a stock you own has dropped by 10%. There are two options that can be taken. You can wait it out and hope the stock begins to appreciate, or you can realize the loss by selling the stock. If the majority of investors decides to wait it out, then stock price will likely remain relatively stable. However, if the majority of investors decides to capitulate and give up on the stock, then there will be a sharp decline in its price. When this occurrence is significant across the entire market, it is known as market capitulation. So I know what you guys are thinking, Ryan, does this mean we've been capitulating for the past 10 months now? Not necessarily. Yes, we have experienced some forms of capitulation where Bitcoin has dropped 10 to 20% in a couple days, but this is talking about the implications of capitulation. Why is capitulation so significant, and what does that mean to us investors? So the significance of capitulation lies in the implications. Many market professionals consider it to be a sign of bottoming in prices, and consequently a good time to buy into stocks, or in this case Bitcoin. So that is why people are talking about capitulation right now, because it could be the time where Bitcoin is beginning to bottom and where we could have a very fast rebound off of the bottoming. So what we're going to do now is look at a couple scenarios of what some well-known investors in the crypto space are saying about capitulation and where we could be going in the near future. So this first article we're going to be looking at is coming from CoinDesk. Now keep in mind these charts are from August of 2018, and I know you guys are already thinking, Ryan, why the hell are you showing me charts from August? Well, keep in mind these charts give us a good understanding of where the previous capitulation happened in Bitcoin, as well as good scenarios of where capitulation could be happening for Bitcoin next, and some of them seem to be possibly accurate for the near future. So this first chart we're looking at is showing us where capitulation happened last, and it was all the way back in the beginning of 2015. 2015, over 3 years ago, is when we had our last capitulation. So right around here, you could see capitulation happened at the beginning of 2015, and it went on for an entire year before we began to see a new ascending support range. So why I'm discussing this, I will talk about a little later on, a couple minutes down the road, of why this is so important that we look to the history of Bitcoin in previous capitulation ranges. So the next chart I want to show you guys is the first scenario of where Bitcoin could be capitulating next. So as you guys can see up here, they have a capitulation range of around $5,000. Now, obviously, this range is wrong. Keep in mind, these charts are from back in August, so they were just making assumptions off of previous resistance and support levels. So right around here, this is out of the scenario, out of the question. But the next range is still very possible. Bitcoin at $3,007 is the next potential capitulation range. Keep in mind, guys, we are only $300 away from this range where we could potentially see a bottoming for Bitcoin and a very sharp rebound in Bitcoin as well. So the blue zones represent possible bottoming locations based off of prior support and resistance levels. So this $3,000 level is based off of back in mid of 2017. So keep that in mind, but that is definitely a possible level right there. Now, the next level is a little more doomsday kind of scenario, if you want to think of it that way. These are very, very low prices, which I personally don't think we will ever get to these prices again for Bitcoin. We have Bitcoin at around $1,200 and a very, very low level of around $300 where the previous capitulation range happened. Now this marks a breach of both ascending support and prior mega bull run highs. So if we did happen to get to around $264, you can damn well bet I would be purchasing some Bitcoin. But again, guys, in the grand scheme of things, it would be pretty scary to see Bitcoin go that low, and I hope it doesn't go that low for the sake of the overall crypto market, because keep in mind, if Bitcoin drops significantly, the rest of the crypto market is going to drop significantly as well. And if that does happen, you're going to see a lot of these crypto startups and companies begin to shut their doors because they're not going to have the fundings to continue their projects. So I hope we don't get that low, but $3,000 is definitely a possibility. Now, why I'm saying this is we are going to be looking at an image real fast. Now, this is an image I found on some website, howmuch.net, where they broke down all of the horrific Bitcoin crashes in the past. In Bitcoin's lifetime, these are all the horrific crashes. So we are going to be going over each one quickly. So back in 2012, we had a 16-day correction of around 49% drop. In August of 2012, we had a drop from a 3-day correction of 57%, 2-day correction of 33%, a 3-day correction of 35% in March of 2013. April of 2013, we had an 83% correction in 3 days, guys. This is when crypto was stupid volatile. In November of 2013, we had a drop of 50% in one day. In November of 2013 to January of 2015, of a 411-day period, we had an 87% correction. In March 2017 to March 2017, we had a 16-day correction of 34%, 33. You guys get the idea. So why I'm bringing this up is because I want to take a look at this chart right here. And this chart, this chart right here, I'm getting all mixed up. This chart right here and this chart right here. So as you guys can see, this was back in November of 2013 to January 2015, a 411-day correction period of around 87%. right around that range, that is when capitulation occurred. Capitulation did occur around that level. As you guys can see, we had a drastic rebound around that range. So why I'm bringing this up is if you look at the current decrease in cryptocurrencies with this chart, which is not up to date, it's around 82%. If you base it off of where cryptocurrencies are currently at where Bitcoin's currently at around $3,300, this puts us at an 84% correction, getting very close to that 87% correction, which was the largest correction in Bitcoin's history. So keep this in mind. We are getting very close to this range where capitulation could very much be happening around the $3,000 range due to the past history of Bitcoin. Now, again, guys, this is all speculation. Nothing is guaranteed. We could drop down to $500 a Bitcoin, but if you're looking in the grand scheme of things, if you're looking at the technical analysis and with the psychology of investors that look at the history of the price movement of Bitcoin, this is a very good scenario coming up in the next week or so where Bitcoin could be rebounding off of the $3,000 range. So that is what I wanted to look at with you guys. Now, there is one more chart I want to briefly look at. This is talking about the grand scheme of things for cryptocurrencies over multiple years to come. So not just in the short term of things. And it also gives us sort of a bearish outlook on cryptocurrencies, which I know you guys don't like to hear bearish stuff, but again, we have to be realistic. So with this chart, it's showing us a lot right here. So first off, up here we have the sort of emotions chart right here. He has us in the capitulation range, but we go even lower to a despair, and then of course we rebound and slowly work our way up to a new ascending pattern. Down here, he shows back in 2015 when we had our previous capitulation level. And then, of course, you know, we did what we did all the way up to 2018 where we hit our all-time highs. And he has us being right around here right now. We're right around here, currently at about $3,300. This gentleman has us rebounding around this range, around the $32,000 to $3,000 range, where we could get a quick spike, but rebound downward to another bearish, even lower level, where he has the next support levels around $2,500 and $2,000. So I know there's a lot of you out there that have been saying, oh, Bitcoin's going to 25, it's going to 2,000. It is very possible. I gotta admit, guys, it is very possible, but where we currently stand with the next couple days, I would just keep an eye out for this $3,000 level, because this is going to be a significant time in Bitcoin's history to determine if Bitcoin can hold its ground and if we could continue our momentum upward and begin a new bull run. So again, also this gentleman has this little circle here discussing where his current accumulation range is, which is between around $2,000 and around $4,000. So that is his current state of where you should be accumulating. Personally, for me, guys, I really have just been dollar cost averaging over the past couple months. I'd buy a little bit of Bitcoin here, buy a little bit there. On every single dip, I would try my best to buy a little bit, as much as you can. It doesn't have to be thousands of dollars worth. It could be 50 bucks, 20 bucks, 100 bucks, whatever you are comfortable putting into the market. But just keep in mind, the next couple weeks are going to be very strategic for Bitcoin, as a lot of eyes are going to be on the price of Bitcoin. So $3,000 is my personal level where I think we could have a spike back up. We could have a rebound off of that previous support level, but again, guys, we could work our way back down. We could go even lower. Again, this is all speculation. I want you to understand that. I don't want you to think, oh, I'm right, because I'm not right all the times. The majority of people you see on the internet are just saying what they think is happening. Now, of course, you could do your technical analysis, but nothing is guaranteed in cryptocurrencies, let alone even the stock market. So just keep all of that in mind. Let me know down below what you think about all of this and where you think Bitcoin is going to capitulate in the near future. Do you think Bitcoin is going to go to 3,000, 2,500, 1,500? $10? Let me know down below. And if you did find this video informative, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button as well to join into the crypto fiend community. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next.